Long ago, in a hidden deep within a vast emerald jungle, there was a place where the nights were darker than ink. The trees stood tall and ancient, but their leaves had lost their glow. The rivers moved without shimmer, and even the moonlight seemed afraid to enter. No stars visited the sky. No birds dared to sing. The whole forest slept in endless shadow. In a small hut made of bamboo and dreams lived a gentle girl named Nira. Every evening, she would walk to the edge of the forest with a small glass jar, hoping to catch a little light. But there was none, not a single spark. Still, she waited, believing that one day the darkness would give her something beautiful. One night, as the air grew heavy and the wind whispered through the leaves, a tiny glow appeared in the distance, faint, like a heartbeat in the dark. Nira followed it through the vines until she found a single golden firefly dancing above a still pond. It blinked once, twice, and then dozens more appeared, lighting up the water like a field of stars. Nira gasped with joy and opened her jar. For many nights, she gathered the glowing fireflies, caring for them as if they were tiny sons. She talked to them softly, told them stories, and thanked them for their light. And slowly, the darkness around her hut began to fade. Then, one night, when the moon was full and round, the jar shone brighter than ever before. The light grew stronger, swirling like liquid gold, and from that light, a shape began to form. A figure stepped out, a boy, shining like the dawn, his eyes soft and kind. He was the Firefly Prince, born from every light she had ever loved. He moved gently, and wherever his feet touched, flowers began to glow. The trees sparkled, the river shimmered, and the air filled with quiet music. For the first time in years, the jungle breathed again. Night after night, Nira and the Firefly Prince wandered through the glowing woods. They danced beneath silver branches, chased reflections on the water, and filled the air with laughter that sounded like bells. Wherever they went, the darkness lifted, for his light was strong, but her kindness made it shine brighter. Yet as time passed, Nira noticed the prince's glow begin to fade. Each evening he grew dimmer, until his light flickered like a candle in the wind. One night, she found him kneeling by the pond where they first met. His voice trembled like the last song of summer. "I cannot stay," he whispered. "My light was never meant to be kept in a jar." Tears filled Nira's eyes. She wanted to hold on, to keep the light that had made her world beautiful. But she remembered how he had brought light not only to her, but to every corner of the forest. So with a trembling smile, she opened the jar one last time and released every firefly into the night sky. The golden lights rose higher and higher until they filled the heavens, turning the darkness into a sea of stars. The Firefly Prince smiled softly and stepped into the glow, becoming one with the light that covered the world. When dawn came, the jungle was alive again. Rivers sparkled, trees shimmered, and even the smallest flowers carried a tiny flicker of gold. Nira stood quietly beneath the morning sky, her heart full of peace. For though the Firefly Prince was gone, his light lived on in every corner of the earth and in her heart, forever. And from that day onward, whenever night fell and the fireflies began to dance, the world remembered their story, the girl who freed the light, and the boy who became the stars.